Hi.
Last night was my first time here in your presence, and I guess I come because I ask for help to open up to my truth, because I'm terrified, and I have been terrified for a long time. I've done a lot of work, and I think that I am, in the last 14 years, done in-depth therapy and know of the abuse, and know of pain and suffering, but I don't know. It's hard for me to open to the beauty and to the love, especially of myself. It's like I was taught there is no God for me, and that there's a big part that believe that. And it's like, okay, I'm ready now to move on from therapy.
Great. You see, you speak to very many people.
But I don't know where to go from here, because it's like
That's okay.
I want to play, I want to love, I want to do, and it's like all I know is hell.
That's not all you know. That's a big part of what you know. As you said, is a lot of what you know, but you didn't say all a moment ago. There's something else, some force, some power that saw you through the hell.
Right. But it seems like it's so...
I understand it seems like it's small, especially in comparison to the hell. And you've put a lot of attention on the hell, and the hell was calling for a lot of attention. But just right now, as we sit here together, if you just shift your attention to that little space of light that's already open, you don't have to do anything about opening it. It's very simple, however small it is, just a drop even, just a speck, that's fine. Just put your attention there.
It's like I get very afraid, and then I dissociate and go away. And
you're afraid of the light? Are you afraid it'll go away? Or what's the story you tell yourself?
I'm not sure. When I connect, be it for nanoseconds or whatever.
Yes, blessed nanosecond.
It's wonderful, but then it's like overwhelming, and I dissociate. I go.
How do you know you dissociate?
It's like I can't stay in touch with that. It's like then all the voices come, and everything says that's not right.
Bad. You can't have that.
No.
That's not for you.
No.
Right.
And it's like I want to just let the voices go.
But you have wanted that for some time, right?
Yes. I've wanted truth since I started therapy. I mean, I wasn't really ever doing therapy for this.
That's the whole point of therapy. That's what therapy is founded on, is really to get you at truth, at freedom, to assist you in discovering the courage to actually surrender to the light.
I still have so much shame and blame.
Yes, shame and blame, right? I just heard a really interesting radio show about shame, and that shame is a strategy for survival. I think what he was really pointing to is like shock, like how an animal's going to shock. Have you ever seen a rabbit or something that's been caught by another animal? There's a point where there's no struggle, it's just... And there's a whole body language of shame, which is a head drops, it's as if I'm not here. It's like, it's an invisibility and a dissociation that's part of shame. So just while you're here, right here with me, are you willing to be completely ashamed? To not fight the shame? Really, all the way ashamed. It's something else, so it's not shame. What's that?
It's almost a hatred for myself for what I've done, for my own killing, for what I was done as a child.
Yes.
That I can't forgive myself for.
So forget forgiving yourself. You don't have to forgive yourself.
I can't accept it in me. I know what it's like to kill.
Yes, forget acceptance. Forget acceptance. I'm just asking you to feel one emotion all the way through. So the shame led you to the hate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to feel the hate all the way through? Just this one emotion that has nothing to do with forgiveness or acceptance or being better or worse, or just the emotion itself all the way through.
I just wanted to destroy myself from that.
To die?
There's so much cruelty in the hatred.
Yes, but I'm not speaking of the cruelty, because that's doing something with it, right?
Right. So and the hatred is, yes, for myself.
Yes, I understand it's for yourself, but it's also for other people too. It's the same thing.
Right.
But I'm just asking you, I know it's not therapy, it's maybe it is some kinds of therapy, but I'm not interested in you doing anything with the hatred. I'm not even interested in you getting rid of it. I want you to meet it. Just to really meet it. Purely. It may be impossible to believe, but the hatred itself, at the core, has a treasure, has a gift. What are you experiencing?
Some compassion.
Some compassion. Now, don't, just for a moment, don't tell yourself any story about this compassion. Just let's use compassion as an emotion and just experience this compassion all the way, just as I ask you to experience the hatred. Now you just experience this compassion. Just not to keep it, not to get rid of it, just as an experience of what it has to give you in the core of it. What's that?
It's like a freedom.
Yes.
It's like a freedom.
That's the secret. What's happening now?
It's nice to be free.
You are beautiful. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh yes, you have to see it because
it's gotta not work like last night. Oh good.
You won't believe it. You won't believe it. Oh. So I'll keep one and
Enough
you
already.
keep one. Oh, you'll see. You'll see. You can't hide it. This is it. This self-hatred, this knowledge of the horror that we are each responsible for, and the attempt to escape that and fix that and get away from that, just to stop and experience it. And what is natural, nothing you have to learn or do, is compassion, is freedom. This can never be figured out by the mind because it does not make sense. It has nothing to do with you did so many things, so therefore you get to be free. Or you didn't do so many things, so you don't get to be free. This is the good news for all of us. This is beautiful. Let's see if it caught it. If not, we will. Oh, yes, that's very nice. Can you see that? It's too late for that.
Thank you.
Oh, this is very beautiful. Very beautiful.